If you're eating carbohydrates, this is really important for you to know because there's a right time to where these carbs can benefit you greatly, and there's a wrong time to where these carbs will just be stored as fat in your body. Let me explain. Hey Wellness Warrior, I'm Dr. Nick Zarowski, and in the natural health community, there's always a big argument. Should you eat carbs? Should you not eat carbs? And the fact is that carbs have benefit to the body. You just have to utilize the carbs correctly and be doing the right things. Let me tell you real quick, one of the biggest problems around carbs, it's not carbs themselves. It's the fact that the average person is consuming 350 grams of carbohydrates any time of day. And in these carbohydrates that they're consuming, you're seeing things like bagels and pasta and bread and sugary coffees and that kind of thing. But you're not seeing these carbohydrate sources coming from good, clean sources. Here's the problem with carbs: too much, and also too much of the wrong type of carbohydrate. What's a good metric to go by in order to know how much carbs we should eat? I like to say about 100 grams or less of carbohydrates, and also make sure that they're coming from healthy sources. A healthy source could be potatoes or even fruit, or the carbohydrates that are actually naturally found in the vegetables that you eat. Those are healthy sources. So that's where we want to get it from. But let's go ahead and talk about when the best time to actually eat carbohydrates is. Hey, it's Dr. Z, and I want to help you improve your health naturally because true health only comes naturally. The best way to stay in contact with me is by joining my newsletter. Nobody cares about your health like I do. Click on the link below this video to join my newsletter, and we'll stay connected for life. Because what happens is if you consume carbohydrates at the wrong time, it doesn't really fuel your body. It just raises your blood sugar, your insulin levels, and it's all stored as fat. But what we can do is we can actually time our carbohydrates in an appropriate way to help us benefit greatly from them, and of course help us maintain the weight and physique that we want to have. So what one particular study found is that at 12 noon every day that you are 54% more insulin sensitive than at 12 midnight. What does this mean? What we have in our body is something called a circadian clock, and the circadian rhythm essentially is going to be how hormones are fluctuating throughout the day. It's your sleep and wake cycle. And what happens with the circadian clock is it'll actually anticipate what your body needs for the day. What your body is anticipating with the circadian clock is that, hey, 12 noon, we are going to be pretty active and we are going to actually need fuel. So therefore, let's make you very insulin sensitive so you can actually handle taking on fuel to feed your body. So that's why at 12 noon, you're 54% more insulin sensitive than at 12 midnight. Now, is that the only time that's good to have carbs? No, not necessarily. There's another time, and that is when you are exercising. When I exercise first thing in the morning, I could actually benefit mostly by eating carbs during that time of day and no other time because I'm fueling my workout. Putting your carbs around exercise is really beneficial too. The other time carbs can be beneficial, but only in small amounts, is actually putting some at nighttime. And the reason for that is, let's say you're having dinner at 5:30, 6 o'clock at night, you put a little bit of carbs in there, it could actually help improve your quality of sleep. So that is a good thing too. So what we want to do is we just want to look at taking carbohydrates and putting them in our day appropriately. We want to make sure that we're not overeating carbs, we're eating the healthier carbs, and also fueling our bodies so that our bodies utilize those carbs and not just stores those carbohydrates as fat. So this is the method that you can use to improve your health. Give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you haven't seen this video, I think you're going to really like it.